Hey everybody, I just wanted to let you know that my sister and I have created a podcast called The Fragrance Journey with Melissa J. Nacional, which is available on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon at the moment. We're also working to get it on multiple platforms, including Google Podcast. But I'm really excited because on that, I do talk about fragrances. And I kind of delve into my personal life a little bit because I have some followers asking questions, like some about, how I came out, my sexuality, all that. So it's just more personal or personable, I guess. But I also plan to, kind of take your ideas on what you want to see in the podcast and then record it, bring it out, and, just talk about it. And then also in the future, if anybody wants to be on the podcast, we're gonna just chat. That's pretty much that's the game plan, really. So again, it's called The Fragrance Journey with Melissa J. Nacional on Spotify. I'll link everything in my bio. But I also wanted to talk about a new fragrance that I got, and I blind bought it. It's called Lhomme Ideal Eau de Parfum from the House of Guerlain, and this is sensational. Oh God, I love, you know what? I feel like cherry is a hidden note that I never knew I would love so much in fragrances. The cherry in this, it's not synthetic to me, at least on my skin. It's just lovely. There's cherry in this, there's also almond, vanilla, and tonka bean. And although this is marketed as a men's fragrance, it's completely unisex. It's very, very unisex. And I find this more versatile than people give it credit for, because when I would look for reviews on this online, so many people were saying that it's a fall, cool weather scent because of that vanilla and the leather and the tonka bean. But to me, I think that you can actually rock this like year round. And I say this because the cherry note is very prominent. It's like when the cherry mixes with the heat, it becomes even more fruity and juicy. And that's why I feel like you can totally rock this in the summertime. So, I've been using it. It's been clear skies, sunny days, and I've been loving it. It's just super nice. Definitely a bit more unique to my collection because I've noticed that I have a few like fresh and cleans and some sweet, but I didn't have something that's kind of like a happy median. And, I have a lot more fresh and clean just because I'm in Southern California and it's hotter here. So sweet fragrances, I love them, but I can't really use them as often. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to be buying like just full-size bottles of those. But yeah, this, God, I would urge you to just try this just to smell it. Because I don't know if it's just me that I find it unique, and I also just find it very like addictive. Like I was wearing it yesterday and then I've smelt like whiffs of it just like when I was like sitting down, I was like on my computer, and then I would occasionally just smell it in my scent bubble, and I was like, ooh, that cherry was just hitting. It was absolutely hitting. So again, Lhomme Ideal Eau de Parfum from the House of Guerlain, a unique fragrance, a very unorthodox, outside of the box fragrance. Like I called this on my TikTok a fragrance for like the creative minds. Like if I go into the example, it might be long, but screw it, I'll do it. I talked about Skinny Captain America when I first smelled this fragrance because I was reminded of that scene in the beginning of the movie where they're training and the squad is running and the sergeant's like, if anybody can like grab the flag from the top of the flagpole, you get a ride home instead of like running 20 miles back. So all of these like bulky men, like these big ass soldiers, are trying to climb this flagpole and they're failing. And then Steve goes up and then he just like unscrews the bolts, or he just takes out the screws or something from the base of the flagpole and it falls. He gets the flag and then he gets a ride home. So that's what I mean by outside of the box. Just like they're different. You know what I'm saying? So I love this fragrance a lot. I kind of want to make it my signature right now. I'm not gonna lie, because the weather's been looking great. But yes, so this is the newest thing in my collection. Let me know what other fragrances I should try, or I should smell, or I should sample, or let me know what you've blind bought that has been absolute hit, because I'm always curious about that. And then again, lastly, if you'd like to check out my podcast called The Fragrance Journey with Melissa J. Nacional, please go do that. I'm really excited about it. We've recorded like 9 or 10 episodes so far. We're going to be posting every Tuesday and Friday at 6 in the morning Eastern time. So on the West Coast, it'll be available by like 9 in the morning. But yeah, very, very excited for this. Thank you so much again for your support, your love, your constant engagement with me. It's greatly appreciated.